pushed.
Okay. So some people, we were just talking about the fact that it's just like letting your hand hang kind of naturally by your side, and then you just kind of put the bow into it. And right now I have my cello really raised high. Now I do a flatter hair because do you see how it lets this joint be more spongy? And some people do well on open strings to just stand with their cello instead. So it's a little flatter hair. Cellists that do this sometimes tend to lock that bass knuckle. I don't like my bass knuckle locking. And then you can see it's just like the wrist lines up with the 4 joints here and the 4 joints here. And then really my thumb is just so perched right there. It's just not, you know, do you see how it's just really the shape of my hand relaxed? And it's just curved around. So sometimes standing can you give you a better sense, almost like a bassist. And that's just really comfortable. The higher the end pin, is, a lot of times the more the cello tips this way. And then a lot of times that raises the arm. So for some of the people who are maybe shorter, it might be easier, and just try different end pin lengths at home. You know, just let this leg kind of relax and let it rest on the ball of your foot, but try not to be tight in your hips because that could be problematic. And then the cello tipping toward your right leg with the leg back. Maybe that'll help at first because then your arm just kind of hangs lower, you know. And the fingers are curved, but curve your 3 a little extra to go to 4 when you're walking back up. Do you see? The 1, 2, and 3 are similar finger lengths, but curve the 3 a little extra to get back. Does that make sense? But when you're walking from finger to finger, you just curve that. And C string tends to feel better. And when you get over to A, it just feels a little bit like, oh, I could fall off. But don't. And if you do, you'll be okay. Some people find it more a little on the pad of their finger. But you see the thumb's kind of hiding behind. And it's just, you know, 4 and 3 and 1 and 2. And the biggest distance is from 4 to 1. If you have a low one, you have to really kind of point it back. So that low 1 to 4 in some of the songs. Or sometimes the 4 has to go to a high 4. You know. So, sorry, I'm not used to the slower. Sometimes it has to go to, and that's like 3s on the 4 spot, and to get to that G sharp A or C sharp D or F sharp G. Every once in a while in some of our songs we're having to do a high 4 where the whole hand just moves a half step higher. Or like it's a D to D sharp. Right now I have 3 where 4 usually goes. Or that note can be called E flat. So we'll get into that in specifics, but most of the songs you don't get to play the melody, unfortunately, in the cellos. Oh, there you go. That's good.